Hey Clear Lake peeps, Ross England here with Clear Lake Guide Service. Today is your fishing report for, well, today's date's 9/3/2020, so we're officially into September. Yahoo! What an end to August and a beginning of September. It's smokier than heck out there if you haven't noticed. So that's going to be a big part of the report for this week. I'll tell you, ladies and gents, I'm never going to BS you guys. I haven't been out. I canceled my trips this week, canceled my trips last week just because of the smoke. The air quality index has been anywhere between 140 and 170. I don't need to be out on the lake. Some of the folks that I had who had trips booked didn't need to be on the lake in the smoke either. And if you've tried to fish in an N95 mask, it's pretty uncomfortable. I mean, you can get it done, but it's not the most comfortable thing. And anybody who's wearing a gaiter or any of that spandex material, it's not cutting it, believe me. So I have not been out for the last 2 weeks. But here's what's going on. You're going to see, with this weekend being Labor Day weekend, you're going to see a lot of traffic up here. To the best of my knowledge, there's no major tournaments. There's probably a couple of club tournaments going on. Bob's Marine was scheduled for this weekend, but it got canceled. Hopefully they'll be back next year, bigger and better. Don't think there's any kayak events. Those have been the last 2 weekends. So as far as just events and what you're going to have to deal with if you're here or coming here, all you're really going to have to deal with is smoke. And that's bad enough. The wind has been kind of calm. So, if you get out first thing in the morning, it's doesn't feel as bad as it will once the sun really gets up and starts beating down on this stuff. So water conditions, from what I've heard, what's been reported to me, algae blooms have really cranked on yesterday afternoon through today. Expect with the hot weather that's supposed to be here this weekend, even with cloud cover, I would expect to see the algae blooms continue to get worse. And this is that weird time of year where typically what happens is the summer topwater bite that everybody just loves. They get up, get after it first thing in the morning, go out last thing in the evening, hammer them both times. Right about now is when that bite kind of comes to a screeching halt, and it doesn't slow down, it just kind of crashes. Now, part of that's timed with the fact that weeds are dying around the lake, but for the most part, it's just a timing thing. And if you don't know if it'll happen this weekend, don't know if it'll happen next weekend, but in this time frame that we're in right now, as we start to get to the tail end of summer, much closer to the beginning of fall, it's gonna crash. So what that means, rattle baits, chatterbaits, underspins, crankbaits. There's a reaction bite out there. Most of the fish that we caught the last couple times that I was out, it was mostly on rattle baits and underspins. I don't expect that to change up much. We did catch some drop shot fish, of course, but we only did that because we went through areas and we weren't getting bit, so came back through them with drop shot and caught some fish. So that's about it for today. I hope you all are safe this week. Hope this fire nonsense gets better under control. It's actually really headed in the right direction. Most of the smoke that you're going to see on the lake is actually coming from the fires that are to the north of us in Mendocino National Forest. There's some pretty good acreage up there burning. They just today let people back into the Lake Pillsbury area. those that had been evacuated from Pillsbury Estates and some of those homes that are back up there. So we will be back out on the water this next week. So look for some more current information next week. In the meantime, really think about whether you need to spend all day in this stuff. It's really not healthy for you. But if you do, I get it. After all, there are little green fish. So you guys and gals have a good weekend. I'll see you next week.